Hi and welcome to MTG Manuscript, and I'm gonna open a deck from Commander 2014, built from scratch. Sorry for the previous shitty videos that I've been doing, but I don't really care, cause I just open stuff and you watch them. So let's just open this up and see what cool stuff we have. And yes, Commander 2014 is this year's EDH deck. Elder Dragon Highlander, or for people who are younger, you call them Commander, which is really cool. So this is the raid deck from the 5 decks in Commander 2014, released this year, and there are 15 new cards in each of the colored decks, so yeah, pretty cool. And for this year, there is something special that is happening, because you can now use, alright, it's pretty stuck. Yes, you can now use a Planeswalker as your commander, so quite interesting. But it's pretty, yeah. Alright, there you go. So have your oversized card for your commander, and for the raid deck built from scratch is Darity Scrap Servant. Saven, I think it's called Saven. So it's a Planeswalker card, and for build from scratch is a mono raid deck. So for 3 and raid, you can cast these for 3 loyalty counter, and its first ability is +2. Discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. It's -2. Sacrifice an artifact if you do return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and its -10 is you get an emblem with whenever an artifact is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return that card to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. And yes, Darity Scrap Savant can be your commander, so pretty cool. And this is your so-called deck box, not a really nice one, but make do. Hope Wizards will make better commander deck boxes that come with this product. And for this, you get your rules reference card, introductory sheet, or a description leaflet flyer about your deck, so you can read more about it. I don't think I'll go through them. And the most importantly, okay, you'll get your awesome EDH deck. And so let's rip it and go through all of the cards. And yes, and in Commander 2014, you get super duper awesome tokens. And first of all, you have this emblem from your commander, so really cool, your Darity emblem. And behind you have your Tuk Tuk the Return. This is your reprint, one of the cards, and this is its token. And yep, you get a 5/5 token artifact creature, Goblin Golem, and this is legendary, so really cool. You have your mirror tokens, 1/1 mirrors, and these are double-sided tokens. So behind you have your Pentavite, so really cool. You have your Goblin tokens as well, and behind is your Goats. You have your Worm token from your Wormcoin engine, and behind is your Goats again, and you have more mirror tokens, Pentavite, and you have a bunch of mountains. And yes, this is a mono-colored deck, so you have a lot of mountains. Don't really recognize which art this mountain set is from, but I know the white one is from Zendikar. So yeah, if you know, let me know in the comments below. And next you have your very special land card, Arcane Lighthouse. This is a new card in Commander 2014. So what it does is you can add 1 colors to your mana pool, or you can pay 1 tap. Until the end of turn, creatures your commander control loses Hexproof and Shroud, and can't have Hexproof or Shroud. So really good. Deals with a lot of very irritating Hexproof or Shroudy commanders. And there you go, this is your actual Darity card, Scrap 7. So really cool. And next you have your Feldon of the Third Path, and you have, if you have not yet noticed, your mono raid deck is artifact team deck, so a lot of staff abilities have to do with your artifact. So Feldon of the Third Path is your legendary creature, Human Artificial, 2/3 creature for 1 raid, and you can pay 2 and raid, put a token onto the battlefield. There's a copy of target creature card in your graveyard. Except it is an artifact in addition to its other types, it gains haste, sacrifice it at the end of the next end step. So It sounds really awesome to me, kind of like Kiki Jiki, but you have to target something that's in your graveyard though, so yep. And Feldon itself doesn't come with haste, so you are basically back by quite a number of turns before you can use this card. However, its casting spell is much lesser than Kiki, so I have no idea. Let me know what you think of Feldon Third Path in the comments below. And next we have our Bosch Iron Golem, 6/7 legendary artifact creature golem for 8 with trample. You can pay 3 and raid, sacrifice an artifact. It deals damage equals to sacrifice. Artifacts converted mana cost to target creature or player. You have Reprint Goblin Welder, really good card. A 1/1 Goblin Artificer for raid. You can tap, choose target artifact a player control that and target artifact in that player's graveyard, and you switch it. So basically that's it. Really good card, Goblin Welder. Lets you abuse a lot of stuff. We have our Tuk Tuk Explorer that gives you your Tuk Tuk token. Not really a Tuk Tuk token, but your Goblin Golem token. So yeah, quite nice. 1/1 with haste. When it dies, put a 5/5 legendary colors Goblin Golem artifact creature onto the battlefield. So yep, basically you can just keep recurring this with Feldon and stuff like that. So really nice. And next we have a very awesome new card, Dual Caster Mage, a 2/2 human wizard creature for 1 red with flash. When it enters the battlefield, copy target instant on sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So basically like your Fog, like your Ricochet sort of, but with a body. So yeah, very interesting card. I think this one of the most speculated cards as well in this set. Next we have our Hot Smelter Dragon, 5/5 dragon for 4 and red. And a bunch of stuff. Destroy target artifact, gains X plus X plus 0, where X is the artifact's converted mana cost. We have our Warmonger Hellkite, really cool card, and causes a lot of politics in a commander's game because its ability is 1 and red. Attacking creatures gets +1/+0 on your turn, so it means that not only you can apply it not only to your own creatures but any attacking creatures in the game. So very interesting. Next we have our Tyrant's Familiar with our new mechanics Lieutenant. As long as you control your commander, it gets +2/+2, and whenever it attacks, it deals 7 damage to target creature defending player's control. So yep, pretty much a very awesome bomb. 7 damage can kill like almost everything. Yeah, so very nice. We have our Bowgarden Hellkite, our 5/5 dragon creature for 6 and red with flash and flying. When it enters battlefield, it deals 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures or players. Next we have our Bitterfield enchantment spell for 4 and red. Basically this is your Battle of Twin Gods and many other cards that have the same effects like this. Basically you double damage being dealt to player or permanent, but in this case you choose 2 players and both of them will do double damage to each other or their permanents. So Bitterfield. And next we have our Impact Resonance, our instant spell for 1 and red. It deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures, where X is greatest amount of damage dealt by a source to a permanent or player this turn. This card will be so much better if it can deal damage to a player. You'll definitely be playable in modern or legacy. Not modern. This card will never be ever be modern. It'll be very playable in legacy, but nope, you can only deal it to creatures. So and next we have our Chaos Warp, very good red removal spell. So yep, there we go, a reprint. We have our Volcanic Offering, one of the best offering in Commander if I'm not wrong. Destroy target non-basic land you don't control and target non-basic land of an opponent's choice you don't control. You deal 7 damage to target creature you don't control and 7 damage to target creature of an opponent's choice you don't control. So really awesome. You basically cause a bunch of hate and chaos in the game. We have a Word of Seizing, very good card. Magma Quake, Starstorm, Scrap Mastery. Basically this is your living death for artifacts, and exile all artifact cards from his or her graveyard, sacrifice all artifacts he or she controls, and then basically just swap them. And next we have our Inside Rebellion, Blasphemous Act, Apocryphy, Junk Diver, Solemn Simulacrum is back, so really good. We have our Steel Hellkite as well. Wormcoil Engine is reprinted in this set, so basically it makes this mono red deck that much worth it. We have our Maya Battlesphere, Pentaverse, Ruby Medallion as well, really good card. Quite a nice art as well though. We have our Jalem's Tomb, Trading Post, Caged Sun, Spine of Isha. We have our Flamekin Village with the new land card. As it enters battlefield, you may reveal an elemental card from your hand. If you not, it enters battlefield tap. You can add raid to your mana pool. You can spend raid tap. Target creature gains haste until end of turn. We have our Buried Ruin, Darksteel Citadel, Dormant Volcano, Forgotten Cave, Ghost Quarter, Great Furnace, your artifact land, Phyrexian Core, Reliquary Tower. No idea why this is in this deck. Yep, but I will take it. We have our Smoldering Crater, Temple of the Force God, your Flame Tongue Kavu, a different art. Actually, I think this is a promo art if I'm not wrong. Not entirely sure. We have our Beetleback Chief, Ingot Chewer, Spike Bellows, Faithless Looting, Whip Flare, Mere Retriever, Mere Sire, Bottle Gnomes. We have our Kitadian, is it? Something like that. We have our Palladium Mere, Pilgrim's Eye, Ever Flowing Chalice. Really good card in EDH. We have our Panic Spell Bomb, our favorite Soul Ring, must include our Fire Diamond, new art as well. We have our Eco Wellspring, Liquid Metal Coating, Mindstone, Mycosing Wellspring, Swiftfoot Books, not your Lightning Greaves, but not bad. We have our Commander Sphere, a new card, so I think this might be one of the artifacts or rocks that you will be adding to your Commander deck, as it's really quite good. We have our Pristine Talisman, Unstable Obelisk, Dreamstone Hedron, and finally our Lord Seeker Stone, which is a really good card for card draw. And what it does is you can pay 3 tap, draw 3 cards. This ability costs 1 more to activate for each card in your hand. So yep, there you go. And that's it for this deck, which is built from scratch. It is your mono red Commander 2014, and your commander can be your Planeswalker Dirty Scrap Savan, and really cool. And I think this is one of the more interesting deck in Commander 2014. So if you are looking to pick this up at your local game shop, go do so and check them out. And also 4 of the other decks in Commander 2014, they are all quite awesome as well. And so there you go, and that's the end of this episode. We hope you like the series so far, and thank you for supporting the channel. If you like to, please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will see you guys next time.